Hey everyone, ArdrethShadow here and welcome back to Doki Blue Skies. So previously was probably one of the most depressing videos I've ever had to make, no joke. So we found out that Natsuki is going through some bit of domestic abuse, and she finally met Mom, but that's besides the point. In addition to that, she's been stealing because I'm guessing that she doesn't get fed enough, so she robbed this store of protein bars, and we basically became the store's indentured servant to pay off the debt. So anyways, let's see here. Yeah, that was never gonna work. In reference to, yeah, basically making the decision about whether we continue working to basically do everything for Natsuki, or we try to maintain having a social life and not throwing away our friends, but also keeping Natsuki. Sitting up, I glance around the dark room. It's no mystery to me as to why I can't sleep. I can't get the image of Natsuki out of my head. She asked me to ignore it, but can I really do that? Even if it was a one-time thing, can I honestly stand by when she's in pain? I sit and think to myself for a while, pondering the options that lie before me. I don't want to hurt Natsuki, but can I really allow her to get hurt? What third option is there? How can everyone walk away from this? Well, if the game gives me a third option, I'd love to see it. I instinctively reach my hand to my throat before realizing how dehydrated I am. Shaking my head, I slowly stand up. Reaching for my phone on my nightstand, I turn it on. The time reads 1:17. It's not like I could get help with this either. She'd kill me if I told anyone. Or would she? Yeah. It's like, still though, I mean, if you told somebody, she's gonna, at least I would think eventually she's gonna think, well, who could have possibly done this? And you'll automatically be at the top of the list because, like, oh hey, I told him about all this. If I'm discreet about it, asking for advice without letting on what's actually going on, I could ask Sakurai for help again, but I don't really think it can wait until morning anyway. Oh, he's gonna act now? Sitting back down, I open my contacts and send a simple message. Okay. Are you free before school tomorrow? Not expecting a response, I put my phone back and grab a glass of water from the kitchen. Trudging back up the stairs felt like a nightmare, with each step I take feeling heavier than the last. My eyes are struggling to stay open. Maybe I'll get some sleep this time, huh? I don't know. As I crawl back into bed, I notice the blinking of my phone and reach over to it. A reply already? Who knows, maybe you're not the only one who's having trouble sleeping. Monika! Sure, where would you like to meet? Oh dear. Is he finally gonna come clean to Monika then? Man, it's like, that was not what I was expecting. Okay, well, here we go. Still rubbing the sleep from my eyes, I quickly make my way out the door. I'm already running a little late, but it's too early for me to care all that much. I'd thrown on my uniform and left without breakfast, so I need to work something out on the way to school. However, it's not as if I didn't have a good reason. For a moment, though, I pause to look at Sayori's house. Grimacing, I sigh as I wonder how she's holding up. It's not like I wanted a rift to form between us, but can I really fix it now? Well, honestly, I would say a girl like Sayori, it's never too late, but it depends on the actions you take. At any rate, I can't do anything at the moment, so I turn my attention back to the road ahead. There's no time left to waste, so I break into a jog. In all likelihood, she's already waiting for me. I pull the door open and step into the air-conditioned, comfortable temperature of the cafe. Taking a deep breath, I start to scan the room. As I stand by the door, I take a bit of time to wipe the small amount of sweat from my brow and fix my uniform, calming my racing heart. It isn't often I have to run like that, especially not in uniform. Taken aback by the sheer number of people in the little venue, I find myself a little anxious. Did she find a seat? Did she even bother to stay after seeing us so full? Well, I would think that Monika being... At least this version of Monika, I think, might be willing to do it. Oh, let me see. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. After unsuccessfully scanning the room, I take out my phone to see a message I'd missed. Let's see. I'm down the back, near one of the booths. I've saved a seat for you. Oh, okay, well. Nope, I was right. Huh, what do you know? I had nothing to worry about after all. I walk carefully to the back of the cafe, trying not to bump into anyone to the best of my ability. It isn't exactly easy to weave through the crowd, and it makes me seriously wonder why so many people are here at all. They wouldn't be called salarymen, or they can't all be salarymen here for a cup of coffee, right? I'm surprised they're not more worried about being late to work. Or maybe they just don't care anymore. Eventually, though, I find myself facing the only person I could possibly see myself talking to about this. Although it's like, I'm wondering, why exactly did you go to Monika? Hey Daniel, I almost thought you weren't coming, with how long you took. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I was running late. Considerate guy you are, huh? Uh-huh. You know, calling me out and then being late to our meeting. Uh-huh. It's rude of you to keep a woman waiting, you know. Man. This is why I hate making mistakes in front of Monika. She's always so sarcastic, and I can never tell if she's actually angry or just joking. Well, right now she looks angry as all hell. Well, maybe not as all hell, but... Sorry. You're totally right to be mad. It's just that I've been kind of frazzled and on edge lately. Aren't we all? What's that? Nothing. So, what did you want to talk about? Monika, are you good? I'm just... Look, don't worry about it. We're here to talk about your problems, right? The way you say that... As much as I need to get things off my chest, I feel like I should check up on Monika too. Yeah, because being perfect is probably putting a huge strain on her. After all, she's my friend too. Not to mention, she might be less inclined to wave off my situation if I'm nice about it. Hey, it's not good to brush off everything that's on your mind. Plus, I'm your friend, aren't I? Or unless you don't like me. So feel free to talk about your problems too. Daniel, if I want to talk about something, I'll talk about it. Jeez. It's like, I'm trying to be nice to you when you basically just slap me in the face. I'm not trying to hide anything, and you don't need to presume that I'm simply being shy about it. Frankly, I'd appreciate if you dialed back on the hero complex. I blink, taken aback by her response. I'm sorry if I came off that way. Suddenly, it occurs to me just how wound up I am. I haven't even taken a seat yet. My mind churns as I slide into a chair. I can't mess things up now. No, that was a bit harsh. Sorry, I'm just tired. Although, I know it's not an excuse for snapping at you. Well, I don't blame you. You've always been busy with extracurriculars and stuff. It's alright. I mean, I kinda chose to join all those things. Anyway, never mind all that. Let's cut to the chase before we're late for school. What's up? I pause, knowing I would have to be careful with my next words. The last thing I want to do is hurt her by revealing I'm thinking about leaving the club. Especially someone who has been so supportive and friendly towards me for all this time. Well, here we go. I'm considering leaving the club. Quick to follow up, I add. But not because I don't like it. I love the club. And it's giving me the chance to reconnect with Sayori and get closer to you, and to meet Yuri and, well, Natsuki, of course. Monika pauses for a moment. It's hard to read her expression, although I notice that she's absent-mindedly picking at her fingernail. She closes her eyes and takes a breath before responding to my revelation. Is it me? Or Natsuki? Was it the festival? A grimace crosses Monika's features, finally breaking her poker face. Does she think that it's her fault I'm leaving? No, it's nothing like that. I actually asked you to come here because I needed your advice. Monika's expression seems to change again. This time a smirk flashes across her face for a moment, but as fast as it appears, it's gone. Well, you are a member of my club, so it's only natural that I help you out. You've been a little distant lately, so I've been concerned myself. I can't help but smile in response to her half-sarcastic comment. That's the Monika I know. I know we don't have much time before school, so I'll just start from the beginning. Natsuki's having some financial trouble, and I've got the money to help her and her family out. The only problem is, if I do, it will force me to quit the club to get a part-time job to support myself. I don't want to quit the club, but that would separate me from all of you. But I can't stand by and do nothing. What would you do? Monika listens to my explanation and seems to ponder it for a moment. I start to wonder whether I should have given more detail to help the explanation, or less detail to protect Natsuki. But I can trust Monika. She's always supported all of us. She'd never do anything to hurt our friends. She's too good-hearted. It's the reason we respect her so much as the club leader. Looking back at Monika, I know she's still deep in thought. She's using her hands like a set of scales, and is biting her lip. Am I the only person you've asked about this? Yes, why? Keep it that way. I don't want it going around that Natsuki is having issues in her home life. I know what that's like, and it's bad enough without her classmates knowing about it as well. Wait, she knows what that's like? Is she having troubles too? So I guess a quick side note. They actually, on the official Blue Skies Discord, they put out some notes about what Monika's route could have been. And basically, long story short, she would have been having a lot of pressure put on her by her family to basically be the perfect wind-up doll, getting perfect grades, and basically being so damn perfect in everything, but it would have been causing her so much stress. And, you know, like, the reason why she kind of snaps at MC is kind of because she's under all that stress, while she's also partially kind of trying to get used to him, and wondering, like, is this guy for real, or is he just some guy who's going to be hanging out here and messing things up? And anyways, point being, maybe not to the extreme as Natsuki, to the point of, like, her father hurting her or whatever, but point being that she would have a bit of a troubled family life as well, despite appearing so perfect in every way and whatever. As I open my mouth to ask, Monika continues. So yeah, it's kind of sad that, well, unfortunately we're not going to get to see that unless, well, I don't even know if it would be too late to create a Monika route. But assuming that it is, well, if you go onto the Discord for this mod, well, you can read the notes there and everything. And I don't know if maybe even for fun I'll see if I can maybe do like a read-up video on it. But that'll be for another time, obviously. This isn't a decision you should take lightly. You'll lose the club and the emotional support from its members. Yeah, and your friends. There isn't enough time on our breaks to really make that up, so don't expect to remain as close to the club. I went at the statement. Losing the friends I've made would be hard, even if it's only a temporary measure. On the other hand, there's no telling what will happen to Natsuki if you don't help her. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. And okay, yes, I know, like, this isn't real and whatever, but still. I tend to get wrapped up in these stories. That's why sometimes I get heavily emotionally invested into, like, anime and video games and whatever. Especially if I connect with the characters enough. So it's like, if I see them in pain, well, it makes me sad because it's like, I don't want to see them in pain. I don't want to see anyone, real or fictional, having to suffer. I just don't like seeing that happening. I don't know all the details, but if it's bad that you're coming to me, then I can make an educated guess. I nod slowly and look down at the table. I think your top priority is to help Natsuki, though. I know it must be really hard to leave the club, but if it makes you feel any better, it'll probably still be around next year as well. But will you be here next year? Will anyone still be here? Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I don't have much time left, we don't have much time left, so we'll have to get going. But thank you for listening to me, at least. It helped to put things into perspective a little bit. I'm glad I could help. By all means, if you need any more advice or help, feel free to talk to me about this. Don't hesitate to reach out again, no matter what you decide. Anyway, I've got to attend to something quickly before school, so I'll catch you later, Daniel. Yeah, see you in the club, Monika. For what could be one of the last times. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. What big decisions I'm gonna have to make coming up. Monika gets up, leaving me to my thoughts. It's high time I decide. Do I want to give Natsuki my savings at the expense of spending less time with her, working more, and leaving the friends I've made? Or do I keep the money and try to help another way? Okay, well, I don't know if he's gonna make the decision right here and now, but okay, here we go. Alright, well... Well, at least a part of me feels like donating the money, while on paper it sounds good. At least a part of me feels like it could backfire. But then again, I guess it's almost like I could be thinking of Sharon's visual novels and RPG Maker games. Okay, well, time to bust out the old notebook. Okay, well, in that case... I'm for sure going to be keeping that save, and then I'm going to possibly see about coming back to this choice. So let's see here. Chose. Donate. Money. Well, I guess good call on my part this time. Yeah, I think that it's worth it. I love Natsuki, and I'm willing to give up the club for her. If it wasn't love, I wouldn't care so much. That makes sense, right? Well, to me it does. I can't think of anything else I can do besides support her financially. Plus, I've heard that you gotta make sacrifices for love, and if I have to sacrifice the club and my free time to ensure her well-being, so be it. Besides, Monika said the club will be around next year as well. Well, so I would hope. And by that point, I reckon Natsuki's home life will improve, so... It's decided. After the club tomorrow, I'm gonna give Natsuki everything. I'll talk to my boss and tell him I can work more hours now. If anything, he'll be happy to hear that. Yep, it's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do. Okay, let me just see a moment. This is... I guess 7, 8. Okay then. And gonna call this save 9. That way I can come back to it. You know, in case this is like the turning point here. Daniel, do you have a moment? I put down the manga that I'm reading and look curiously at the chestnut-haired president in front of me. Finally, someone who agrees with me. She does have beautiful chestnut brown hair. Okay. Anyways. Sure thing. Monika looks around, then motions me to follow her. Monika, no! She walks over to the closet, and I trail behind her. Monika, no! Now we're going up to the closet. Oh, okay, fine, well. Time to be serious here, as much as I don't like what's coming. So, I know this was a while ago, but what exactly happened with you and Sayori? What? Oh, right, that. I really wish I wasn't having this conversation right now. Oh god, well. Do I even want to know what she's talking about? And what happened to Sayori? I've been trying to put the fallout between Sayori and myself behind me, but I still can't help but feel bad. Wait, fallout? You were giving her cookies and hugging her and... what the hell happened? That's probably because it was my fault that we're not friends anymore. Well, she came over to my house on Valentine's Day, and we were hanging out. But then Natsuki came over, so I asked her to leave. She seemed really bummed out about it, and we haven't talked since. I see. Did she talk to you about it at all? What? Oh no, Sayori didn't say anything. I just noticed you two haven't been talking at all. Yeah. I think she resents me now, to be honest. Then what was this whole thing about the cookies and... Damn it, I am so confused now. Well, resent is a strong word. But I could understand why she wouldn't exactly be raring to talk to you again. You left her for Natsuki, after all. You make it sound like like we were dating and I had left her for another woman and... Jeez. But she's my girlfriend. And Sayori is your best friend. Why are you angry at me? Which one do you think is more important? Oh great, this decision again. Uh-oh. This is a rhetorical question, isn't it? No, it's kind of like the question that... the point that your mom brought up to you. Should I answer anyway? I guess it can't be helped. Well, I do think a best friend is more important. Okay, well, I'm inclined to agree with that. Thank you for not making me have to answer that. I can tell by Monika's facial expression that's the answer she was looking for. But, I mean, look at her. She doesn't even want to talk to me. Monika and I both glanced at Sayori, who's sitting at a desk near the front of the room. She's looking out the window, staring at nothing. Do you plan on talking to her? I mean, yeah, when she's in a better mood. Well, how long do you think that'll take you? Yeah, that's a lie. In truth, I'm conflicted about whether I should, or whether or not I should talk to Sayori. I do want to be friends with her, of course, but at the same time I also want to spend time with Natsuki. Not to mention, I don't really want to face the music with Sayori. You mean when you tell, or when she finds out, oh yeah, I have to quit the club because I need to financially support myself because I'm going to financially support my girlfriend. Cowardly, I know. Ugh. By the way, have you seen Natsuki? Oh right, I was planning on asking you that. Oh god, no. No. You don't know? Nope. She's probably just on cleaning duty today. Oh my god, well, I can't say has anyone seen her in her class today since she's in a different class from everyone. Most likely. Anyway, I wanted to carry on with our book talks today, but if you and Sayori haven't resolved anything, it'd be too awkward. We're just gonna have a study hall instead. Sound good? Yeah, that's alright with me. Great! Monika clears her throat. Okay everyone, I have a quick announcement. With exam's coming up, and considering Natsuki isn't here yet, for today, we're just gonna have a small study session rather than book talks. Is that alright with everyone? Oh, I do suppose that's for the best, all things considered. We could always do book talks some other day. Yeah, then it's settled. Uh-oh. Okay, well. The sound of the door opening interrupts the conversation. We all turn to see Natsuki walking into the club room. Ah, Natsuki, perfect timing. We were just talking about having a study session today. Is that okay? Sure, whatever. Alright, let's get to it then. Yuri, Sayori, you guys want to study together? Sure. I don't see why not. Anything to get away from me. Isn't that right, Sayori? Great. Monika, Sayori, and Yuri all form a group near the front of the room. Hey Natsuki, do you want to study together? She groans. Fine. Get a desk. Alright. I head to the back of the room and pull 2 desks together. Natsuki slogs over as I pull my math homework out of my book bag. Hey Natsuki. What? Is something wrong? You seem a little off today. Why do you care? Seriously. It's like, okay, well, breaking away from the story just a moment, it's almost like, why am I dating you again if this is how you're gonna treat me, and especially with everything I want to do to help you? I'm just saying, it's like being mean and tsundere-ish can only go so far with even me, so yeah. Just a little food for thought there, if that's the right expression for it. My mind goes completely blank. Natsuki snapping at me for no reason made me lose my train of thought. You're damn right it's for no reason. I mean, I'm your boyfriend and I care about you. Is there no other reason? I just wanted to make sure you were alright. Natsuki stares at me intently before sighing and sitting back in her chair. Okay, I'm sorry for snapping. I'm just really tired. Okay. Did you not get much sleep last night, or... Not really. I had a really bad headache. I see. Natsuki, I want you to be honest with me, okay? What? Did something happen with your dad last night? Okay, well, I think I just hit something here. Fine, okay. We got into another argument, and he didn't make dinner again. Like he always does. Every single time we have one small fight, this happens. It's so unfair. Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Knots. It's not your fault, Daniel. I just wish things could go back to the way they were. Everything just sucks right now. Yeah, I get that. Listen, if you ever need to vent or anything, I'm here for you. Thanks. Anyway, do you actually want to study or just read manga? What kind of stupid question is that? Manga, obviously. Sounds good to me. I put away my math homework because I don't need math, as Natsuki pulls a brightly colored novel from her backpack. I squint my eyes and try to read the title. Relationships from the Eyes of a Dog. What in God's name is that? It's exactly what it sounds like. The whole book is about a dog whose owners just keep fighting over stupid stuff. And we're seeing this from the dog's point of view. It's all through the eyes of a dog, so most of it is just the dog calling everyone idiots. Okay, I guess that's kind of funny. It's like, why are my owners idiots? Why are they fighting over this stupid stuff? And I don't know. Well, I guess anything to kind of lighten the mood, I suppose. It's actually pretty funny. Yeah, it sounds funny. Well, Too bad the funny lady isn't here. I don't doubt it. Is the dog cute at least? So adorable! Here, look! Natsuki opens the novel and holds it up to me. My vision is filled with a large picture of an adorable little corgi puppy. You're right, he is cute. Although he's got nothing on you. Mr. Smooth Operator. Smooth Operator. He, she, them, her, them, us. Shut up! We're not, we're not, I never lie! I can't help but laugh at seeing Natsuki so flustered. It's always fun to catch her off guard with a compliment. Eventually she calms down, and we both start reading our respective novels. I notice Natsuki sneaking glances up at me out of the corner of my eye. No! I don't know anymore. An adorable smile comes across Natsuki's face, causing my heart to skip a beat. Uh-oh. My heart just stopped. Ah, there it goes. Knowing that I'm with her now, helping her forget about her home life, is immensely rewarding. It warms my heart, knowing that I make her happy. And now, I can't help but look up at her and smile. How you doing? This moment just reaffirms the thought that I'd do anything for this girl. Which reminds me, oh yeah, here's the money. Hey, I was waiting for a good moment, and I guess that's now. I have something for you. Huh? What are you talking about? 1 second. It's a banana! Or, no. Well, I mean, if you really want a banana, you can buy one with this money. I reach into my back pocket and pull out the envelope I put all my money in. Here, this is for you. When I make you an offer you can't refuse. Suspicious, Natsuki takes the envelope. It's like, no, this isn't... We're not in the Yakuza or anything, I swear. Her face turns a whole new shade of red when she opens it. What the... Daniel! What? Oh great, well... It's like, did you shout so loud that Monika, Sayori, and Yuri are gonna be over here like, what's going on over there? What do you mean, what? I can't... follow me! Natsuki stands up, grabs me by the arm, and drags me out of the club room. Bye, guys! Hey, wait, where are you guys going? We're gonna be knitting sweaters if you need us. Just give us a second. Alright. Daniel, what the hell? What? It's a gift! What? It's a gift! 25,000 yen? Where did you get this? I stole it! Okay, no. That's not gonna work here. Mom gave it to me. She always gives me money to buy food and stuff while she's away. But I want you to have it. You need it more. Okay, let me just remind you. She said, save some of it for Natsuki. Save some of it for Natsuki. I can't take this. I just can't. What? Why not? Use your brain, idiot. 'Cause I don't need it. Well, she's gonna say that, but it's because she doesn't... She's gonna feel guilty about essentially taking money from you. And... in a sense, maybe she might feel like, well, now she's gonna owe you that money, and she doesn't know if she can repay it back to you, and it'll just be this cycle of never-ending guilt for everyone involved, so... yeah, you should probably think of it that way. I'm perfectly fine. I don't need money. I don't need your charity. Stop trying to help me for once. This is yours, not mine. To say I'm surprised is an understatement. I was fully expecting her to take it without hesitation, but instead she's declining it? Natsuki. Natsuki, please take it. For the last time, I don't need it. When was the last time you had a full meal? Was it more than a week ago? Natsuki says nothing, instead opting for a meek nod. Jesus. You do see my point though, right? You see why I'm giving this to you. Yes. Then why don't you want it? I don't deserve it. What? I don't deserve it, Daniel. You've done so much for me, and I haven't done anything for you in return. Oh, that's... Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna be stupid here for a moment, so pardon me. Well, that's not true. I mean, you got me a job after you stole from Santa Claus. You've gotten me the Bleach box set. Well, ignoring the fact that all you do is sometimes snap at me and get all pissed off at me whenever I try to be a legitimate, nice human being to you. And that the fact that this job is part of the reason why I am considering leaving the literature club forever, or for the rest of the year, possibly more, I don't know. You know, it's... Okay, yeah, well. I can't, Daniel. Natsuki, it's not about deserving anything. You need this. Well, that's what he's saying. Listen, I love you. I love spending time with you. Well, that's what I mean. It's like, well, at least to me, you don't have to give her everything. The mom even said, and I quote, save some of it for Natsuki. She didn't say, I want you to give all of it to Natsuki. Hearing about your day, cooking with you, watching anime, discussing manga. When have we done that? All that stuff seriously makes me the happiest guy in the world right now. I know you have problems at home. And I hate how I can't really help you much. I don't know how to deal with your dad, and I can't just... sitting by not doing anything to help you. You do help me though, dummy. Whenever I come over to your house, I can just forget about all that crap at home. Yes, but I want to do more. This money will help you guys. Although I wonder, like, say that she does take the money and then, like, what will she do with it? Will she, like, keep it secret from the dad or be like, hey dad, look, I got all this money. And then is he going to be all like, okay, well then where did you get all this money? And then what are you going to say? Be like, the charity fairy brought it to me, and... Well, point being, I don't know if the dad would kind of grow suspicious about, like, okay, where did you get this money then? I just know it will. And all I want is to see you safe and happy. I mean, honestly though, I do have to admire his heart's in the right place, and he wants to do everything right for her, especially because he's in love with her. I just have no idea how this could possibly work out, though. What did I do to deserve a lovable idiot like you? Who knows? In one swift motion, Natsuki drops the envelope and wraps her arms around me. No, we need that! I love you too, Daniel. Thank you. So much. Anything for you. Now, are you gonna take it? Yes. I know exactly what to do with it. Are you gonna tell me what you're gonna do with it? Will you be okay, though? Don't worry about me. I've got ways of supporting myself. Natsuki chuckles lightly. You sound like an actual adult. High school does that to you, I guess. Yeah. Natsuki loosens her grip and pulls away from me. Because we can't be seen in public hugging, apparently. She picks up the banknotes. She picks up the banknotes off the floor and puts them back in the envelope. Right as she finishes, I hear the club door open. Natsuki, Daniel, you alright out here? What? Yes, we're fine. We were just talking about relationship stuff. At least before you interrupted us. Oh, sorry about that. I thought you two had snuck off somewhere or something. What are you getting at? Well, I was just making sure you two were alright. Come back as soon as you're done. Stupid sexy Monika. I guess we should go back inside and study. Yeah, probably. Otherwise the girls are gonna be thinking weird things about us. Well, come on, we don't have all day. Alright, alright. Right behind you. And nothing important happened whatsoever. Okay, well, the decisions you make and the actions that follow are a result of who you truly are. Good morning, sweetheart. Mom, it's 9 p.m. here. Haha, I know, I was just joking around. Anyway, how was your day today? Was school alright? Oh, kind of. I just had to basically give money to the Yakuza, I mean to my girlfriend, and say goodbye to all the friends that I've made over these last few months. Yeah, my day was okay. Nothing really out of the ordinary, except for all the stuff I just said. Anyway, how about you? Any plans for today? I don't really have many, to be honest. I woke up an hour ago, and I don't have any meetings until late in the afternoon. So I think some city exploration is in order. That sounds fun. Make sure to bring me a souvenir. Why, so you can add it to the junk pile you already call a bedroom? I don't think so. Rude. I hear Mom snicker on the other end of the line. I'll have you know my room is perfectly clean. Lucky for Natsuki, eh? What? Do you really want the answer to that question? Ah! Suddenly, I hear the doorbell ring. What was that? It's just the wind. Ignore it. The doorbell. What's someone doing here this late? Oh god, no. No, no, no. My voice trails off as I realize I've been in this situation before. Yes, you have. And do you remember how it was before? Someone at my door, late at night. No, keep the mom on the line. I'm gonna go, Mom. I'll talk to you later. Hey, don't answer that doorbell, mister. It could be dangerous. I know. Then stay on the line with her. Alright, call me soon, okay? Yeah, will do. See you later. Be safe, sweetheart. Bye. I hang up and put my phone in my pocket. Oh my god. Please don't tell me. Reluctantly, I walk over to the door and open it. Okay, what the actual fuck? Seriously. What the fuck? Natsuki. Shut up. Shut up! Natsuki shoves me aside and storms into my house. I cautiously trail behind her. Should I... Just don't say anything! Okay. Natsuki sits on the couch with her arms crossed, actively avoiding eye contact. Okay, well, let me guess. Was I right when I said the dad's probably going to question where you got the money from? I have a feeling that no matter what she would have answered, whether she said, like, someone gave it to me, my boyfriend gave it to me, or hell, like, I stole it, she was probably gonna be in trouble anyways, so... Okay, well, who knows, maybe I did choose the wrong answer here. Well... I guess, like I said... Although, to be fair, it's like... He was trying to do the right thing, but then in the end, I guess... You just can't really predict what other people are gonna do, especially if you don't really know who they are or what they're like. Natsuki sits on the couch. Okay, I read that. I can almost physically feel how tense the air is right now. Unsure of what to do, I stand up to get a glass of water. Another situation where I don't know what to do or say. I love Natsuki, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I really wish that she didn't have to have such a prickly side to her personality. Yeah, because in a sense, it's like I was kind of saying earlier. Someone like that, eventually it's gonna start to wear down on you when you're gonna question, like, why am I even in love with this person again, especially if they just treat me like shit, and especially when I try to do everything and anything I can for them, just for them to basically give me a nice kick in the teeth or somewhere else. You know, basically that feeling. Well, maybe it's more like I wish she communicated more easily. Hey. She doesn't respond. Listen, Natsuki. I said shut up! I don't want to talk about it! Hey, why are you snapping at me? All I'm trying to do is help you. Is she gonna say, like, I don't want your help anymore? Yeah. Yep. I've kind of seen stories like this before. Not in real life, I mean, but mostly in, like, movies and anime. I don't want your help! Okay, now I'm starting to get mad. I'm not one to get angry normally, but the circumstances here are a lot different. Yeah, at this point I feel like he's like, I've had enough of your shit, you ungrateful little... Anyways. I've done so much for Natsuki up to this point, and this is how she repays me? Why not? You're my fucking girlfriend. It's what I'm meant to do. I just don't. I scoff. Alright, fine then. I'm calling the police. Natsuki jumps up from the couch. She clenches her fist as her eyes burn a hole in the wall behind me. Don't you even fucking think about it! I'm not sitting by and letting your dad beat you again, Natsuki. You don't want to tell me what happened, so yeah, I'm calling the police. If you call the police, then we're done, you hear me? At this point, I don't care. I take my phone back out of my pocket and begin to dial 911. Ugh! Why do you always meddle in my life? 'Cause I love you, goddammit! What kind of boyfriend would I be if I let you get hurt? Natsuki stops dead in her tracks. You... Once again, silence falls between us. Neither of us dare to say anything. I notice Natsuki's eyes wander, as if she's scanning the room. I'm tempted to continue dialing, but for some reason, I can't bring myself to. What if she was serious? I know I said I don't care, but that was a heat-of-the-moment assertion. I care a lot. Now what's going to happen? Finally, I notice that Natsuki's expression has softened. Her face is slightly red, and her unbruised eyes twitching. Suddenly she speaks. Please, don't. Natsuki's voice begins to tremble, causing all my anger to disappear seemingly in an instant. She begins to shake as fresh tears rush down her cheeks. Without hesitation, I rush over and wrap my arms around her. But I abruptly stop when she flinches at my sudden movement. Don't touch me! I back up, holding my hands in the air. Okay, I won't. I won't do anything you don't want me to. Natsuki slumps back onto the couch, hugging her arms around herself. I slowly settle down on the seat next to her, taking care not to touch her. Only Natsuki's stippled sniffles break the heavy silence that lies between us. We sit like this for what seems like an hour, even though, realistically, it's probably only been a couple of minutes. It looks like Natsuki's finally stopped trying to hold herself back too, as now she's crying waterfalls into her hands. The rush of emotion overcomes me, and I find myself crying as well. I can't even begin to describe what I'm feeling right now. It's almost as if every single emotion just hit me like a brick. No, not every single emotion. There's one I can easily pinpoint. Fear. I'm scared. For myself and for Natsuki. This is the most vulnerable either of us have ever been with each other. I'm afraid of what's going to happen next. Our sobbing eventually abates, and we wipe our tears away. We stare into each other's eyes. Neither of us have the strength to say anything. Normally the tension of the air would have made me uncomfortable, but I'm too tired to care. Daniel. Natsuki. I'm scared. I know. I'm scared too. Hold me. I smile. Of course. Natsuki crawls up to me and lets me wrap my arms around her. I try my best not to touch her bruises, but she still squirms a tiny bit. I gently stroke her hair as we both finally calm down. Hey. I speak in a hushed voice. We need to do something. Yeah, I know. I don't want him to get arrested. And yeah, this is the hard part. I know, Natsuki. I know. I hold her a little tighter. But hear me out, okay? I know you love him, and I understand his situation. But you can't keep justifying things like this. Even if you're under so much stress and whatever. At least to me, there's honestly no excuse for you to ever lay your hands on another person. To take out your anger on this person. There's no reason to, and there's no right to. And I honestly just, well, as you can tell, in a sense, you could say that I have almost no respect for anyone who does this kind of thing. You need to turn him in. I'm sorry, but he's dangerous. I know. This really isn't okay. It's just really hard for me to accept it because he's my dad. I know you're right. Wait, what? She's not arguing with me? Well, maybe she's finally kind of coming to her senses here. You were always right. You were right when I first told you, and you're right now. After going through all this, I can't forgive him, no matter how hard I try. So yeah, we should go to the police. I feel as if a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Don't worry, we will soon. I'm not letting him hurt you again. Natsuki turns away and sighs. You say the stupidest stuff, Daniel. I hate how I love it so much. Well, you love it. I laugh. Well, it's what I'm known for. It's what I do. I love you, Natsuki. I love you too, dummy. We hold each other closer. My heart is racing, but from what I'm not sure of. Fear, anticipation, pure adrenaline. Hey, what? Do you want to call now? The police? No, not really. I want to get my stuff from my house first. What about your dad? He's probably off drinking somewhere. If I go in the morning, he won't be there, I swear. Well, trust me, I know my dad. I'll wake up early and grab my stuff before he even gets home. Do you want me to come with you? No. I'm scared he'll try to get you arrested or something if you come inside. Besides, I'm not grabbing much. Just some clothes and manga. Are you sure you'll be alright? Yes, Daniel. Stop worrying about me. Oh, come on. But that's what they pay me for. Natsuki giggles. And I don't care if it's not in the job description. It's just a perk that I happen to love so much. You're an idiot. I know you are, but what am I? Yeah. Can we stay like this? Of course. I'm assuming you also want to stay the night. Yeah. You can have my bed. Where are you gonna sleep? On the floor. In my bed. Oh? But, oh. Don't try anything. Of course not. What kind of guy do you think I am? Good. There's a long silence before either of us speak. We just lie there, next to each other. We aren't even cuddling, just taking up opposite sides of the bed. Earlier, I considered letting her use my mom's bed, but I quickly shut down the idea. That'd be just weird. Granted, this is weird enough, but I didn't want her sleeping on the couch, and I don't exactly want to sleep there either. Why don't we have a spare room? I don't know, maybe because you don't have anyone over. Or a blow-up bed. Literally anything would save me from this awkward situation I'm in. I know most guys my age would jump at this opportunity, but I'm not exactly one of them. Not in this situation. I just want to help her. More than anything. I want to do whatever I can to keep her safe. And it feels weird lying in the dark with her, being in the same bed, not being able to see her face. Granted, at least that means I don't have to see her bruises. And I can at least tell that she's awake, as I can practically hear the gears in her head grinding. I know she's bothered by the conversation we had before, but I don't know what else to do. I sigh, shaking my head slightly. Natsuki apparently notices, because she starts talking. Can't sleep either? No, too much on my mind. Yeah, it's been a crazy day. I'm glad that you can't sleep either. I mean, not that I'm glad you can't sleep. It's just that it's less weird and lonely if you're awake with someone else. Yeah, same. So, wanna talk about what's on your mind? We're finally talking! We're making progress! Nah, it'd take too long to explain. It all started when I was born. Okay, no. He's not that messed up. Well, we've got all night. I let out a half-hearted, clearly uncomfortable chuckle. We do have all night, don't we? Well, if anything, you have all the time in the world if you really wanted it. Well, I mean, unless you're gonna call the police, like, immediately after, but still. Somehow the thought of sleeping next to the girl I love is just making me uncomfortable, rather than anything else. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's probably related to the situation we're in. I want to protect the girl next to me. Not, you know. Alright, that's a lie. It's like, you teenage boys are all the same! Okay, well. It's like, you men are all the same! But hey, I'm a teenager, right? Yeah, you and your crazy hormones and everything going all crazy like. Even so, I'm not stupid. I can keep these thoughts to myself, so as long as she doesn't provoke... Oops. It's like you interrupted his thoughts. Hey, you alright? You're moving around a lot. Control yourself! I can't even breathe anymore. Every muscle in my body tenses up. This can't be happening. I feel her roll over to face me. Oh my... Like, I have the censorship on, right? Please tell me I do. Well, only because editing an hour-long video is going to be a nightmare for me. I know this is going to sound weird, but... Here comes the words that will spell my inevitable doom. Are you glad you met me? I'm at a complete loss for words. I take a deep breath. Crisis averted. Okay, good. I hope. Well, what did you tell her, you idiot? Jeez. It's like, you're gonna leave me in suspense here, aren't you? Oh no! It's a beautiful morning. I hope. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what was that? Without opening my eyes, I hit the snooze button on my alarm clock. Those damn things are the minions of the devil, I swear. Yawning, I sit up in bed and quickly notice that Natsuki isn't here. Huh, weird. I mean, she did tell you she was going to go in the morning, right? She insisted on us sharing a bed last night, but she's not here. I grumble to myself. I was looking forward to early morning cuddling. To the early morning cuddling you see couples do in movies. Wait, what's that? There's a sheet of paper on my desk. A note, maybe? Oh god, no. Okay, well. Sorry, I just had to see what the last line said. Hey, you were sleeping like a rock, so I didn't want to wake you up. You've done enough for me anyway, so you deserve to get a good night's sleep. I've been meaning to say this again, but thanks. For everything. Like, seriously. I can't believe how much you've done for me. It's weird to admit, but sometimes I feel really guilty for everything I've made you do for me. You even gave up your savings for me. Who even does that? I know, right? Also, I've noticed that you haven't hung out with Sayori lately, and I can't help but feel like I kinda played a part in that. So please don't feel like you need to always cater to my needs, because that's not what I want at all. I want you to be happy too, and that includes having a separate life and hanging out with your own friends. Anyway, this is all to say that I want you to relax and sleep in today. I'll be back soon. It shouldn't take me more than 45 minutes from now to get back with all my stuff. So judging by the time right now, I should be back at 8:15. You'll probably be asleep when I get back, actually. So I can make breakfast first, too. Wait, if you're going to sleep through everything, why am I even writing this note? You're never going to need to see it. Whatever, I already wrote this much, so I'll just leave it out just in case. See you in a bit, even if you see this note. Love, Natsuki. A smile spreads across my face as I read it. I guess Natsuki really does feel more comfortable communicating through writing. It's just such a heartwarming message. I feel like my chest might almost burst from love. Although, I quickly check the time display on my alarm clock. 8:56 a.m. It's as I expected. I seriously did oversleep. Didn't Natsuki say that she'd be back by 8:15? Quickly skimming through the note again, I confirm as much. Okay, well. Shouldn't she be here right now yelling at me about almost sleeping through lunch? Plus she said that she'd make us breakfast too. Oh, that's it. She's probably in the kitchen waiting for me. I want to, but at this point now I'm kind of scared. Well, I better hurry down before I let her wait any longer. But to my surprise, the kitchen is also empty, along with the living room. Upon closer inspection, the kitchen's practically spotless. No dishes of delicious cooking are laid out on the table. There isn't even a telltale smell of savory goodness in the air. It doesn't look like she's been in here. So then, maybe she's in the bathroom. Who knows, maybe she might have a weird stomach bug somehow. Hey, Nat? You in here? Or you in there? I try to open my door, but to my surprise it's unlocked. Oh my god. It's like, I just do not want to have another exit music experience here. I just really don't. Because, well, for anyone who has played through it or seen someone play through it, I think you know what I'm kind of getting at here. And seeing that is pretty much like right up on top of seeing what happens to Sayori at the end of Act 1 in the original game. Which, as most of you all know, scarred me for life, and I still feel it 3 years later. There's no one in here. Where's Natsuki? I pull my phone out and call her. To my dismay, it goes to voicemail after a couple of seconds. I can't help but feel prickles of fear at the back of my neck. I almost feel like, did the dad have anything to do with this? Where in the hell could she be? I call her again, but she doesn't answer. A thought pops in my head. I shake my head, desperately trying to rid myself of it. It doesn't work. The thought only becomes more ingrained in my mind, as if it's been branded into my skull. I can't ignore the possibility anymore. Trying the door, I find that it's still unlocked. That's right, Natsuki doesn't have a key. Don't tell me she's still... No, she must be out buying extra ingredients or something. But it wouldn't hurt to check her house. In a desperate panic, I throw on my shoes and a coat and rush outside. Christ, it's foggy. I orient myself in the mist and run in the direction of Natsuki's house. I'm sprinting as fast as my legs will take me, but I don't feel any pain or fatigue, just worry. Even if I focus on my breathing or the aching in my sore legs, that thought launches itself to the front of my mind and I just keep running. It's not possible. Shit like this only happens in the movies and stuff. I used to believe that too. But no. It can happen in real life. No matter how many times you say that it'll never happen to you or anyone you know. This isn't happening. I'm just overreacting. Still, I can't help but continue to run. It's as if I'm running for my life. No, for her life. No, I shouldn't even think of it. I'm probably just completely wrong. I'm going to reach her house and find that nothing's out of the ordinary. Then I'm going to go back home and find her at the front door, just coming back from grocery shopping. I'll scold her for not leaving me another note, and then we'll laugh at how panicked I got. Natsuki will get all embarrassed and happy that I was so worried about her, and then we'll eat a nice lunch and read manga together. I need to find her. I need to know that she's safe. Almost there. I can feel the adrenaline-filled blood rush to my brain. I begin to drown out my surroundings. The world around me fades away, lost in the mist. All I can think about is Natsuki. I need to make sure. And I need... What? Crash. Ow. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm so, on edge. That's what I get for not paying attention. Leave it to me to trip on a rock at the worst time. I quickly inspect the damage. My hands and elbows are covered in blood and street debris. The sight of blood forces me to stop and finally focus. But suddenly the pain hits me all at once like a giant brick. Ah, damn it! Particularly bad is my left elbow, which took the brunt of the fall. Wiping my hand on my shirt, I stand up. I clutch my elbow and try to stem the bleeding and press on. That's when I notice police lights shining like lighthouses through a thick ocean fog. I stop dead in my tracks. My arm falls from my elbow and blood rushes down my fingertips, though I can hardly feel the pain anymore. Oh my god, no. This is... Natsuki's house. No. No, 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 no. Please, God, no. What happened? Did she... Excuse me, sir. You can't be here. This area is off limits. Why are you covered in blood? I'm completely frozen. For some reason I can't bring myself to say a single word. I just stare blankly at the police officer. Hello, are you alright? I tripped. That looks like a nasty injury. You should sit down. What's your name? Daniel. Okay, Daniel. Take a seat and take a deep breath. I don't move. I couldn't if I tried. I can feel more blood leaving my body now, rolling down my face, but I can't even bring myself to wipe it away. All I can do is stand there looking at this house. I can't even form coherent thoughts anymore. Only one word pierces through the black veil. Natsuki. Natsuki? How do you know that name, Daniel? Why are you here? What happened? We received a phone call from a neighbor. They heard raised voices and what sounded like a fight. At last, my brain starts to stutter. I need to know. Raised voices? If you don't mind me asking, how exactly do you know Natsuki, sir? I need to answer the question. I can tell the officer is getting suspicious, and not one part of my body is responding. I feel a lump form in my throat. I choke on it, almost unaware that I hadn't been breathing. I try several times to speak, but the veil continues closing over. Even though I've been told nothing, see nothing, know nothing about what's happened, I know everything. I knew this might happen, and this is all my fault. I find resolve to clench my fist, praying to God praying to every god there is that I'm wrong. She's my girlfriend. A remorseful look falls upon the police officer. I'm so sorry. He points over to his right at an ambulance. Oh my... Is she... Please. I'm far beyond words right now. Every fiber of my being has given up. I dread the words the officer will speak next. I don't want to hear it. I can't hear it. I will never forgive myself for hearing these words. We did what we could. By the time we got here, she was gone, and her dad was hysterical, going on and on about it was an accident and that he didn't mean it. There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. For a moment, I almost believed him. I wanted to say that I snapped at that moment. I wish I had been given godlike power to rewrite time and space. But it wouldn't matter. Nothing matters. Not anymore. But the truth is, I broke a long time ago. I brought all this pain upon myself. I brought pain to her. I did this. There's no way around it. Hey, where are you going? No. No. No, 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 no. This isn't. Why? I dropped to my hands and knees, tears streaking down my face. The world itself weighs down upon me as I cry out every last bit of strength I have. No, the entire world's weight isn't anything compared to this. I clench my hands into fists. What have I done? I want to scream. I want to tear my lungs apart. I want to claw my eyes out and rip my heart from my chest. I want to scream, but there's nothing, not a sound. I can't even anymore. I can't even move anymore. All I can do is watch tears mix with blood on the floor. Is it mine? Is it hers? Will I ever know? I'll never know. I don't want to know. I don't want to think. I don't want to breathe. I don't want anything. No, I want nothing. I never want to feel anything again. I collapse to the door, pouring my heart out to the empty, uncaring void. No one else is here. No one to hear me scream. No one to care. No one. Nothing. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve anything. If Natsuki isn't here, then what would I have worked so hard for? Was there more I could have done? No matter how many questions I have, there's no answers. There never will be. Only pain. I'm pathetic. So fucking pathetic. Why? Why me? Why now? Why her? Why? 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 Oh my... Well, I wonder... would that one choice have really made all of a difference? Okay, well... excuse me for just a moment. Okay, well... I guess I needed a little moment. Okay, well... it's a good thing I did save where I did. So to prove my... to see if my theory about this being the choice that broke the camel's back and whatever. Let's see. We're gonna keep the money. It's gonna sound selfish, but, well, considering we know what's gonna happen if we give the money to her, I don't know now that I really think about it. It might not be such a good idea to give her all the money. Well, that would be the understatement of the year, given the terrible future that I just saw. I mean, for one thing, I don't want to treat her like a charity case. Plus, it's just not my responsibility to support her financially. I mean, I'm only a high schooler. I do love her, but I'm not even really an adult yet myself. There are probably better ways to handle this. Okay, and I want to see what other better ways there are. Like, it'd help if I encouraged her to see a therapist or contact the authorities, right? Well, when you put it that way, maybe there is a better chance. Just giving her my grocery money, I don't think it's gonna fix anything in the long run. Honestly, she'd probably get really mad if I tried to do that anyway. Well, yeah, I know now. Not to mention, I'd have to spend all my time working to earn more money. That mean basically throwing away my social life by leaving the club. Sayori, Monika, Yuri. The girls in the club are all good friends. They took me in when I needed it the most. I can't just let that slide. Sayori has been my friend for over 10 years, which just goes to show how long these friendships can last for. We were friends for years, and we had less problems than Natsuki and I have had in the last 2 months. At least until Valentine's Day. So yeah, I don't think giving Natsuki money is the right choice. I'll just try to help Natsuki in my current state. Besides, she said that her dad hitting her was just a one-time thing. Which I know better now. I hope that's true. She knows him far better than I do. And besides, even if he does hit her again, I'm definitely calling the police, even if she breaks up with me. I'd rather be single than let her suffer like that. It's decided then. I'm staying in the club and keeping the money. Okay, well. It's almost like well, I don't want to tempt fate here, but it's like, can it really get any worse than that? I mean, with the logic he's showing here right now, it sounds better. Let's see here. Okay, oops. Okay, I can't skip anything. Okay, well. I guess because I technically haven't seen this dialogue. Okay, she's gonna ask about Sayori. But I still can't believe, like, how did they have a falling out? Because, I mean, he gave her the cookies and... Well, let's see. First of all. And once again, you're making it sound like Sayori and I were in a relationship here. I don't know when that's gonna be. If ever. See, I'd like to be able to help, but unfortunately now isn't really the best time. No, it's fine. What were we doing today anyway? Glad you asked. Monika clears her throat. Okay, everyone, I have a quick announcement. Oh, Natsuki's here. With exams coming up, I decided that today we'll forego book talks and just have a study hall. Is that alright with everyone? Oh. Well, yes, I guess so. I had a really good novel, too. I know. But Daniel and I really have a lot of homework, right, Daniel? Yup. I do suppose a study session would be good. Yeah, probably. I don't want to fail. That's the spirit, guys. That's the spirit. Well, let's get to it. Meanwhile, let's see. We split up into 2 different groups. Yuri, Monika, and Sayori at the front, while Natsuki and I occupied the desks near the back. Hey Natsuki, how's your day been so far? Alright, I guess. Man, this is definitely a different... She's definitely singing a different tune compared to before. You? It's been alright, yeah. I'm actually pretty thankful Monika turned this into a study session, because I'm kind of lagging behind with homework. I was actually excited for book talks this week. I found this really good series about a high schooler who's secretly a psychic. Okay. Is this like Mob Psycho 100? Really? Do you have it with you? Yeah, one sec. Natsuki rummages through her bag and pulls out a familiar-looking manga. Oh yeah, I've read this one before. It's really good. You get to the end yet? No, what happens? You want me to spoil it for you? No, I won't spoil anything. But I guarantee you're not gonna enjoy it. What? Why? Does he die or something? You'll see. No, of course no one dies. It's just a comedy after all. It just ends a big cliffhanger. It just ends on a big cliffhanger. Or rather, ended on a cliffhanger. It's been over for a couple months now. I'm still mad about it ending, but what can you do? Hey, are you paying attention? Oh no, sorry, I was thinking about bungee jumping. Huh? What? Where? Why? How? Natsuki scoffs. I said, do you have any of the other volumes I can borrow? I don't want to waste money on manga. Yeah, you can come over to read the other volumes sometime. Why don't you ever go to the library, by the way? There's plenty of manga there, too. But didn't she say that it was all, like, faded and messed up from people handling it? Are you joking? I can't check out manga where everyone can see me. Oh, pardon me. I'm such a hack. Oh, I mean, I guess. Well, that works out anyway. Now I get to spend more time with my cute girlfriend. Hey, don't say that kind of thing in public. But we're not in public, are we? Okay, well, just imagine us reading together, alone, no parents in sight. You dummy! Yeah, I was like, what are you saying? If you don't want me to tease you, then stop acting so cute. Oh, you've done it now. I want to say I love you to her so... I want to say I love you to her. I want to so bad. But I can't do it here, not in front of everyone. Especially not in front of Sayori. Oh, yeah, it's like... You're just gonna stick the knife into her heart and twist, twist, twist. Until she's practically gone. I'll just have to do it later. And then nothing of any relative importance happened whatsoever. Like I said, it's definitely a big contrast compared to what happened in the other timeline. Well, would you look at that? The sun's out. Nice weather for a Monday. On a day like this, I'd usually walk with Sayori. But we really haven't talked much since Valentine's Day. If you don't count the club, we haven't talked at all. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we're not really friends anymore. But that kind of stuff happens. High school is like that. I do have Natsuki though, which is really nice. Although I will admit I'm starting to enjoy time to myself. Never thought I'd say that. Here we are, months after I joined the club, so I wouldn't feel lonely. It's kind of ironic, actually. You see, today is my last day at the club. Since I decided to work harder to support Natsuki, I talked to my boss and got more hours so I could support myself. My hope is that I'll become more responsible, and even if it screws with my plans in the short term, in the long run, it will be for the best. It wasn't an easy choice, mind you. I want to help her in any way I can, and honestly, as important as the club is to me, I feel like it's time to put Natsuki first. My new schedule starts tomorrow, mainly because I wanted to say goodbye today. Yeah, it's sad, and I'm not exactly thrilled about it, but it's for Natsuki. Besides, I'm finding myself becoming accustomed to being alone more and more. I'm not really sure why, in truth. But regardless, leaving the club is my only option. I spent all night thinking about how I'm going to break the news. At first, I was considering being dramatic, gathering everyone together at the front of the room and stuff, being like, "Okay, everyone." But I opted for a simpler option instead. I'm just going to talk to Monika about it. No big send-off, no unnecessary dramatics, just a quick talk, and I don't show up the next day. And then no one will ever notice. It's simple. Yet, I'm still slightly nervous about it. Mostly just about how Natsuki will react. I have no doubt she'll be mad because I didn't tell her, which is totally my fault. But she knows exactly why I'm leaving, so it won't be a huge surprise. I'm curious how everyone else will react, though. Well, considering I hardly reacted with Funny Lady, she's probably not going to react all that badly to it. Sayori, on the other hand, I have no idea. Lucky me, because I've got the entire school day to think about it. Great. Ah, the final bell. Music to my ears. Now I can finally go to the club. For the first time for the last time. I have a general idea about how everyone will react. Do tell. That is, if Monika even mentions it to them today. If she doesn't in the club, I'll tell Natsuki about it afterwards. Daniel, are you dead or something? Oh, hi, Shiori. What's up? Nothing. I was just about to go to my club, but then I noticed you were just sort of sitting here. Sorry, I was just thinking to myself about bungee jumping. You said you were heading out to your club. Where's that? The third-year hallway. Really? That's where my club is, too. Did she already forget? Want to walk with me? What is the matter with you? Sure. I got nothing better to do. Alright then, let's get moving. You're in the literature club, right? Yep, although not for long. What, are you dropping out to play video games? Oh, jeez, look at little Miss Smug over here. I wish. I got a job. Really? Good for you, Daniel. Yes, I am Santa Claus's indentured servant. But he pays me, so that I guess it's not really an indentured servant. I should probably get a job too. It's nice to have money on hand. Yeah. There's not many jobs around here though. That's the only problem. Where'd you get a job? At Santa Claus's convenience store. I'm a cashier at a local shop. Ah. I'd prefer to have a job at a chain. It pays more. Oh, well, pardon me if I can't get a high-profile job at Walmart. Depends on the place, I guess. I prefer more flexible hours over a slight increase in pay. Really? That's kind of dumb. You're kind of dumb. I shrug my shoulders. I'm alright with it. To each their own, I guess. Well, here's my stop. See ya, Daniel. Adios. When I open the door, I'm faced with the usual scene. You know, Monika and Sayori just talking and chatting all happy, and Yuri and Natsuki having a sword fight to the death. You know. Everyone's either reading, working on homework, or talking with each other. Luckily for me, Monika is just writing something at the front of the room. Don't tell me she's saying, "Goodbye, Daniel." I walk up to her. Oh, hey there, Daniel. I didn't hear you walk in. That's because I'm a super spy. Oh, hey, Monika. You doing homework? No, I'm filling out a club forum. The school makes each club fill one out. Really? What's on it? Boring stuff like how we spend our time and if we plan to advertise and whatnot. It's a lot like paperwork. I see. Well, if you have a moment, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Is it important? Yes, it will change your life forever. Yeah. I just want to tell you that I've made my decision about what we discussed last week. Monika takes a breath and sets aside her paperwork to look at me. Considering that you went out of your way to talk to me, can I infer your decision? Yeah, I'm really sorry. I know that's not what the club needs right now, but I weighed up the options, and that's all I really had. A wry smile flits across Monika's face for a moment. Well, to be honest, that's what I expected you to do. You're really going to go through with this then? Yeah, I'm sure about it. I'm sorry. Monika sighs. It's alright. I understand why you had to leave. Why you have to leave. But I'm still sad that you're leaving. Why? You don't even like me. Yeah, I'm not exactly thrilled about it either. I really like it here, but there's nothing I can really do. Monika nods her head. I see. When do you have to leave? Today. I promised my boss I'd start working more hours tomorrow. Tomorrow? Oh. I was gonna throw a going-away party. No, don't. No dramatics. I chuckle. Thanks, but that's really not necessary. Are you sure? We can have a small one right now. No. We're gonna have an unceremonious send-off, like with Michael Scott. I'm sure. It's best not to make a big fuss about it. If you insist. We didn't have anything major planned for today. As a celebration of your last day, we can do whatever you want today. Let's go bungee jumping. Okay, no. I kinda just want to read, to be honest. Alright, that works. I'll try not to let anyone bother you today. Much appreciated. Monika goes back to filling out that forum while I sit down near the front of the room. I rummage through my backpack till I find the manga volume I started reading last night. It's an old series I had finished a while back, but it's always nice to go back and reread a series from time to time. About 5 minutes pass by before I notice Monika talking to the other girls. What did I just tell you? I don't want dramatics. Don't tell them. I meant to disappear into the night and never be missed. They glance over at me, then look back at each other. Stop looking at me! I can't read their facial expressions exactly, but I can assume what Monika is telling them. It's like, what did I just tell you? Well, they were gonna find out one way or another. I wanted them to find out after I was gone. I shrug my shoulders and continue reading. Man, it's almost been an hour already. I need to get going so I can disappear into the night. Well, Monika did promise that I wouldn't be disturbed, so I guess I was able to just immerse myself and completely lose track of time. The sound of the other girls packing up their stuff prompts me to do the same. As I head for the door, a voice calls out my name. Wait, Daniel! No, I'm supposed to disappear into the night. Like the crack of dawn, I am gone. Yeah? Don't go just yet. We have something for you. Is it a banana? I back up and walk to the front of the room where all the girls are standing. What's up? It's C. You look sad, you look terrified, you look like, And she's like, I'm sad, but I'm happy. Oh, don't act dumb. You know what this is all about. Oh no. It's time for public humiliation. You're gonna publicly humiliate me. Okay, my voice. Right. Why did you tell them? This was supposed to be our secret until I was gone forever. We just wanted to say we were really glad that you joined the club. You've stuck with us through thick and thin, and that means a lot. Yuri and Natsuki nod their heads. Sayuri just kind of stands there. Because you don't love me anymore. Okay, I won't. Why are you happy, funny lady? well, I guess they're happy that I was here, even if it was only for less than a year or so. It's unfortunate that you have to leave, but it's for a very respectable cause. I wish you luck with your new career. I'm just Santa Claus's cashier. I mean, it's not really much of a career. Thanks, Yuri. You better not be leaving forever. I make no promises. No, not forever. It's a temporary thing right now. It better be. I shake my head and chuckle. Fingers crossed I'll be back next school year. I'll be like Frosty the Snowman. I'll be back again next year. Or, I don't even remember how the Frosty the Snowman song goes. If there's a literature club next year, if there is a literature club next year, that is. Of course there'll be. We're not graduating yet, just yet after all. True enough. I glance at the clock. Well, guess it's about that time. Thanks for everything, guys. I'll see you around. Catch you later, Space Cowboy. Or... yeah, I don't know. Bye, Daniel. Thanks for sticking around. Best of luck, Daniel. See you, Daniel. Oh, don't be so smug. You know you're gonna get to see me more. I wave one last goodbye and head out the door. And you're not saying anything because you don't love me anymore. Well, that was surprisingly sweet. Never really thought of myself actually meaning that much to the girls. Especially Yuri and Monika. It seemed like they were genuinely sad. No, Natsuki and Yuri were smiling that whole time. Although I still have a gut feeling Yuri and Monika were putting on an act for some reason. I knew it because they don't like me! I'm not sure why I'm thinking that in truth. Because I never got to spend time with them, and I'm sure that Monika doesn't like me. In fact, it's like... well, you even heard... it's like, if you think back to the Halloween episodes, I was there like, Monika doesn't like me anymore. It's like, well, I was wrong. Monika never liked me to begin with. But I can't get the thought out of my head. I sigh. Maybe they don't love me. Well, what's done is done. So they won't miss me. The Literature Club is now officially in the past. For now, at least. But that's besides the point. What's important now is focusing on school and my job. Huh. Natsuki was right. I do sound like an adult. Wait. What? That was in the other timeline. What are you talking about? For all the good it's done me. I'm like kind of confused here. Like what even? Okay, well I think I'm actually going to go ahead and stop the video here. Okay, well so far... I'm guessing that there's still going to be more to the game then. Because obviously, like, yeah, we went on a lot longer. Because I think about this point would have been like where the death of Natsuki would have happened. But anyways, well... so, we've officially left the Literature Club. What's going to happen now? I have no idea. So, I'll see you guys next time with whatever else I do. Stay golden, and later, folks. Hard to believe.